If God gave you everything that you wanted, everything that you could possibly want, it's yours, but he would no longer be with you, would you consider yourself blessed? Would you still want it? I think that what we would find, if we received everything that we've wanted, but we don't have God with us, we would find it to be an empty satisfaction. I feel like it would be hollow and lifeless. The word of the week this week, it comes from Exodus chapter 33, verses 15 and 16. The Israelites had just been delivered out of Egypt, and God is leading them through the wilderness into this land that he has promised them. This bountiful, plentiful land, this beautiful land that he has promised to give them. And as he's leading them, Moses returns from a meeting with God to find that the Israelites had gone and they had crafted a calf out of gold and had begun to worship it. The Israelites, like they had been prone to do all along in this journey, had rebelled once again against God. So God says, go on. Go into the land that I promised you. I'm faithful. I will still give you this thing that I have promised you. I will drive the Canaanites out of the land. But if I go with you, I'll probably end up destroying you. So go on without me. God says, I will give you everything that I promised, everything that you want, but I will no longer be with you. Our word of the week this week is Moses' response. Let's take a look. It's chapter 33, verses 15 and 16. And he said to him, if your presence will not go with me, do not bring us up from here. For how will it be known that I have found favor in your sight, I and your people? Is it not in your going with us so that we are distinct, I and your people, from every other people on the face of the earth? Again, in verse 15, he says, if your presence will not go with me, do not bring us up from here. Basically, if you're not in it, I don't want it. I think that the temptation that we face today is this idea that if we pursue God, that he will bless us with things and with accolades and with feelings, and that God will bless us in that way. But I think that Moses is showing us in his example in this story is that the blessing of God is not in the things that God gives or in the things that God does for us. The blessing of God is his very presence with us. So as we begin this new week, my challenge is that we would take time to rest in the blessing that he's given us. That we would take time to rest in his presence, just knowing that he is Emmanuel, that he is God with us. God bless. Have a great week.